we are here to present AmaWaterways. If you didn't catch us in the earlier part of the year, we did a presentation just like this with Herlan Ruiz, the representative for AmaWaterways, and he gave us around a general overview of what AmaWaterways is going to have for their new ships, new itineraries, new destinations. This is going to be somewhat similar, but we're also going to have a lot of new things that we're going to add and introduce to you as well. So I'll just let Herlan take it away. Thank you so much for attending tonight. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. You're very welcome, Chris. Pleasure always to join the cruise.com family. And yeah, my name is Herlan Ruiz. I'm the business development manager with AmaWaterways, now coming up on 8 years working with this company and what I say an extended family, one that I'm very proud to be a part of. And here, let's start telling the story of what we're all about here with the Ama Difference. It's been a great 8 years. I've spent the majority of this career on the ocean side of the business. So I got to say, transition from the deep sea blue 5,000 passenger ships to the intimacy of the river cruise with only 150 total guests has been quite refreshing. Here on the screen, you see a nice optic of what a river cruise experience is transiting, navigating through these ancient landscapes throughout that center artery of the river system throughout Europe. And here showcased on the screen is the Ama Magna, the flagship, what I call the jewel of the crown with AmaWaterways, sailing the upper Danube and the lower Danube. So like Chris mentioned, we're going to go and give you a nice overview, reminder of who AmaWaterways is, what is that Ama difference, talk about the ships, the amazing crew that really defines that personality for each of these ships and itineraries that we move forward with all our guests. And then talk about different destinations and what we have in play right now for some exciting offers to take advantage, including a brand new free land program just launched right now for December 1st for our past guests to take advantage of. So let's get started. As you see here again on the screen, it's kind of an optic of what you're going to get to experience. You're landlocked on both sides. I always say ocean cruises take you to a destination. River cruises sail you through the destination. So here you're immersing in the culture with what I call the luxury of more options with AmaWaterways, with the walking tours, biking experience, also hiking, again, all inclusive with the price points. And you'll see a town every 1,500 yards. And again, be immersing in the culture, which is quite remarkable. But again, as we get started, I want to showcase and highlight the heart behind this operation. We are known as the heart of the river for a good reason. It starts with these human beings on the screen. You'll see Rudy Schreiner on the left-hand side. He's known as the godfather for river cruising. He in fact started the North American sales effort for Viking and Uniworld over 30 years ago. But his entrepreneur spirit him said, I want to begin my own company, design my own ships. He's in fact a maritime architect by trade. So he's a heavy influence when it comes to the overall innovations that comes to the building of our vessels. He in fact is also a pioneer. Back in 1992, when the Main-Danube Canal was being built, he was a big pioneer in making that happen. So we can allow that full transit from the Dutch waterways, the Rhine mine, and again into the Danube, into the lower and into the Black Sea. So again, big important figure that we have here leading the way. And of course, his Christine Karst, his co-owner and wife, which is just a radiant human being, just amazing at what she does day in and day out. And Gary Murphy, of course, he in fact retired a couple years ago, but he pulled a Tom Brady. He is in fact with us full time. So again, it starts with these individuals on the screen, trickles to the onboard way of life with our amazing crew, and for everybody that's part of this operation. It's an authentic love for what we do here with AmaWaterways. And again, we continue to be the highest rated river cruise company in the industry with high awards year in and year out for good reason. And of course, couldn't be able to do it without the support of cruise.com on board with us. Here again is one of these human beings that makes it so special for our guests on board the ship, Luis Ruedo, a great friend and one of our dear cruise managers on board the ships. Our crew on board just works in great synergy amongst different departments. It'd be the front desk, the housekeeping, wait staff, just to go above and beyond, bending over backwards, exceeding and anticipating guest needs on board. And in fact, with AmaWaterways, we're known for that personalized experience, hand-holding effect from the beginning to the end of the journey. And here with these cruise managers, these are one of our signature positions on board the vessel. In fact, when you have, let me give you an example of how personalized the experience is here with AmaWaterways with our cruise managers. Anybody enhancing their experience on a 7-night journey with a pre and post hotel stay, our cruise managers, in fact, meet the guests after they exit the baggage claim area at the airport, boarding their transfers, with them in the transfer from the airport over to the hotel, is with them those 2 or 3 nights at the hotel, immersing in that region there before you start the cruise, and then transfers from the hotel over to the ship. So again, it's a very personalized, authentic experience. And again, like I said, ships are one thing. We are leading the way when it comes to the innovations, but what truly defines us is the personality that each of these crew members bring on board for our guests every single day. Innovations, of course, with our fleet of ships. We have a big focus, of course, in Europe. One thing to remind everybody with AmaWaterways, we're not a jack of all trades. We're doing ocean, river, and expedition. We do what we do best now for the past 23 years as a private and family-owned business. Okay, that's our focus, the river experience throughout these rivers in Europe and also the exotics. We're going to be expanding our fleet. In fact, right now we're sitting about 32 total ships. We're going to be at 39 by the end of 2027, including adding on a brand new wide capacity vessel, a second Ama Magna, not going to be called the Ama Magna 2. That the naming is in the works, but we're excited to bring a wider capacity vessel once again to the fleets and the European rivers. One very important thing also is when we build our ships, we pay them off in cash. So there's no leverage debt on the operation. So I think that's very powerful when these guests are making this type of investment in this experience and knowing that they're working with an operator that works with integrity and is fully paid off with no debt, going to be around for the long term for you guys. Here's a shot of the long ships. Again, these are very comparable to what the competition brings nowadays as well. Okay. And again, I'm never going to knock the competition. I feel everybody brings something special to the table. But tonight, I'm going to highlight what that differentiating factor with AmaWaterways is. And here I want to showcase that innovation right now, which is, again, these ships are 443 feet long, 38 feet wide. We max out at 155 total guests with our ships. Competition, you're seeing 180, 190 total guests on their vessels. So again, I feel that with the lower capacity, we're going to bring a lot more value and amenities for our guests to enjoy, with larger staterooms, higher crew to guest ratio for optimal service on board, fitness center, hair salon, spa area, specialty restaurants at no extra cost. And as you can see there on the screen, every single ship features a pool and a whirlpool that's heated. And it's great for, of course, these very popular Christmas markets itineraries that we just recently embarked on in that final week of November. So again, just know that with the lower capacity AmaWaterways ships, you have a lot more value and amenities to enjoy and explore while you're journeying throughout the rivers. Here's a shot of the wide capacity vessel. Once again, the Ama Magna. For those who are on the call live, seeing this, thinking, I'm very hesitant to transition over to the river because of the size of rooms or lack of amenities, and that has been an excuse for quite some time for the ocean-going guests transitioning in. Don't have any more excuse by sailing with the Ama Magna. The average starting size room on her, 355 square feet, full-size balconies, 4 restaurants, 5 different bars, a brand new pickleball court is featured on the other ship as well. She is stunning, amazing, one of a kind. In fact, when she came into service back in 2019, Times Magazine voted her a top destination to visit, folks. So again, ship is one, but the destination she sails to is another. She is primarily only doing the upper Danube from Wilshofen, Germany over to Budapest, and also the lower Danube from Budapest into Giurgiu, Romania. So this is a very exciting ship for those ocean-going guests that want to transition into the world of river. And for those that have been on a river before but haven't tried this wider capacity, we here at AmaWaterways can bring this to the table for you to experience. Other further innovations with our ships. Nowadays, the competition is building the rooms of floor-to-ceiling windows, which are nice. But again, when you have the outside elements, cold, hot weather, open windows like that, the whole entire room would be susceptible to that hot or cold weather. With AmaWaterways, key innovations here with our signature twin balconies, you have the best of both worlds. You have a sit-outside balcony on one side and a French balcony on the other. These are on average about 255 square foot balconies. 255 square foot rooms with ample storage space. Again, all the bells and whistles, creature comforts that you would love from a luxurious product here with AmaWaterways. Also, we are the only river cruise company that the ships feature triples and quads. So if you're a multi-gen family that wants to experience these journeys with family and friends, we are the right ships and program and product to make that happen for you. And you'll see one of those connecting rooms and triples and quads right there in the left-hand corner of the screen. Here's a shot of the owner suite and bathrooms. Again, we are a luxury program, luxury product, but again, luxury can mean so many different things for so many different people. Personally, for me, I feel the flexibility that we bring with our programs is a luxurious offering as well. Again, you can enjoy the guided tours, you can enjoy on your own, you can stay on board a ship and enjoy your wellness program, again, your floating river yacht. So again, the flexibility that AmaWaterways brings to the table is a true luxury experience on the rivers. Here you see a shot of the owner suites with a bathtub and shower combination, high-end toiletries, double vanity. For those that don't prefer the bathtub and shower effect, the majority of our staterooms, about 80% of that makeup, will be shower only with the double vanities, high-end toiletries. But again, all the handheld fixtures and the rain shower effect. So again, a lot of luxury going into the experience when it comes to the rooms and bathrooms. And Chris, we've talked about this before with AmaWaterways for the foodies and wine aficionados. The optimal experience here with AmaWaterways. We're the first river cruise company to be part of La Chain de Rotezeros, which is a culinary society, invitation only. You have to have the highest acronym when it comes to the quality and the presentation of these meals. Everything is market to table fresh. There's not a lot of room on board the ship for frozen provisions because the galleys are very small. So just know that everything from these meals, all the meals you're having for lunch and for dinner are regional ingredients from these destinations. I feel that brings a lot of the immersive experience that one seeks when going on a river ship. And here at AmaWaterways, we very much pride ourselves in not only with the tours bringing that experience, but also with the cuisine, the authentic experience that we bring with our cuisines. For example, in Germany, the Wiener Schnitzel, premium wines from that region, or the beef goulash from Budapest. My recent journeys through the Seine in northern France there for Paris, the fresh escargots. Just know, again, everything is quality over quantity focused with AmaWaterways. So again, for those that are into the food, wine experiences, know that here with AmaWaterways, we're heavily invested in that part of the operation. Multiple dining rooms are offered as well, like I shared earlier with the Ama Magna. Look at the beautiful colors and the heavy furniture. Big influence from our owner, Christine Karst, when it comes to the onboard decoration. A lot of the feedback, in fact, Chris, that we get from our guests coming on board a ship, they say they feel like they're coming on board someone's home. And that's, in fact, what these ships are, an extension of Rudy and Christine's home on board these ships. So again, we're excited to let you guys know that all these restaurants here are no extra cost. The main restaurant is an open seating arrangement from 7 to 9. Then you have the specialty restaurants also available for reservations prior to embarkation, about 45 days prior, and still have that flexibility to speak to the maitre d' or cruise manager on board and switch those plans around. Okay, but again, look at that beautiful, vibrant colors throughout these beautiful restaurants here. Sip and sail cocktail hour. Okay, we hear a lot of talks about complimentary cocktails and alcoholic packages. There's a lot of free-flowing wine, beer, and champagne for all your meal times. So you now have a 1-hour open bar arrangement featured from 6 to 7 every single night on board every single one of our ships to offer an open bar arrangement to bring the brand a lot more inclusive to the alcoholic consumption when sailing with AmaWaterways. A great way to burn down the calories, of course, with AmaWaterways is with our built-in tours. We offer here at AmaWaterways up to 6 complimentary excursions at each of the destinations you visit. And it's offered in a plethora of ways for you to really embark and immerse in walking tours, biking experience, hiking experience. Another value proposition that we bring here at AmaWaterways is the size of our groups with these tour guides on those walking experiences. Very intimate setting of only 15 to 20 guests per tour guide. I've seen the competition walking with 40 or 50 guests. You lose that human connection when you're in such a large setting. So that intimacy that we bring with our touring packages here with our guides, I think is definitely a value proposition that no one else can compete with. Okay. The biking, they're all traditional pedaling bikes, not e-bikes. These are traditional pedaling bikes. One of the things that I love doing on a river cruise is getting one of these bikes in one city and meeting the ship down, say, 10 miles down the riverbank in a different port of call. So again, you're part of the local life, the culture, and again, doing it in great style and convenience. So on board, entertainment, the immersive experience continues. So if you're seeking on a river ship to do a Cirque du Soleil or somebody off a springboard jumping into a pool, it's not going to happen here with AmaWaterways. And for that, matter is not going to happen with any river cruise company, but it's all about the immersive experience. So we bring the local artisans from these destinations to perform for us. It'd be the dancers, violinists, pianists, singers. This is in the main lounge, normally starting after dinner at 10 all the way through midnight. The main lounge area will stay open till 5 a.m. if the guests wish to stay there, taking down those delicious libations, and the crew members would be ecstatic to throw down a couple of drinks with you as well. So again, it's a family affair with AmaWaterways, and it's quite authentic, and it's a great thing here that we do with AmaWaterways. So we talked about the innovations, Chris, with the ships, discussed the family operation, that heartbeat behind the company, what makes us that heart in the river. Now, where do the rivers flow with AmaWaterways? You'll get to see that showcased here on the screen. All the blue lines here represent our 8-day, 7-night itineraries, with every black dot on those blue lines would be the actual cities that we visit throughout these journeys through this ancient landscape. Of course, the rivers start in the March timeframe for the Dutch waterways, Netherlands, and Belgium. A great highlight there, of course, is the engineering from the lock system in that part of the world, the kindred-like windmills, the Kugenhof gardens there for the tulip time experience. Journeys continue on the Rhine from Amsterdam down to Basel, Switzerland. You also have the three main rivers of France there on the Seine, Paris, and Normandy. Northern and southern Burgundy region there for Lyon, Avignon, and Arles. And of course, the Bordeaux region, which is great for those rich Merlot wines, very popular for our wine cruise programs. We, in fact, are bringing a third vessel there for the Douro, for the cruises in Portugal. There are 7-night journeys out of the city of Porto. And you also have, with our flavors of Portugal and Spain, an opportunity to extend down to Salamanca, Madrid, and Toledo in conjunction with those 7-night journeys there for Portugal and Spain. Journeys continue, of course, on the Main, and then the Upper Danube and the Lower Danube. The Upper Danube was my first journey back 8 years ago, and quite convenient to unpack one time and immerse in 5 countries in 7 days. That would be your starting point there for Ilshof in Germany, going to the Czech Republic, Austria, Hungary, and then into Slovakia as well. Can't forget, we don't only just do the rivers in Europe. We also have some 4 beautiful exotic destinations that we definitely navigate to as well. That would be Egypt for the Nile, offering round-trip cruises there from Luxor for 7 nights, the African safari experience on the Zambezi Queen, Southeast Asia for Vietnam and Cambodia, and then new for next year, Colombia. We're again back to being known as innovators in this industry. We're going to be innovating one continent at a time. South America there with Colombia will be next. We have our first ship starting service there March 15th, followed by the second vessel starting on June 15th. Here's an optic of this destination there for the Dutch and Belgian waterways. Best practice, guys, if you guys want to experience this journey here, I'd say do something April 1st through May 1st. I'm a big fan of the flowers, big into the horticultural experience. I did this journey a few years back on March 17th. I got to see, again, all the engineering with the amazing lock system and obviously being in this beautiful city of Amsterdam. But I only got to see a stem and a bulb, didn't get to see a flower, guys. So again, I would encourage you, for those that are into this experience, do a journey here April 1st through May 1st. And in fact, this part of the world is so popular that we have extended this experience all the way through October. Of course, what's in play for the springtime won't be the same for summer and the fall, but this part of the world is quite special and so popular that we had extended now all the way through October for Dutch and Belgian waterways. Journeys continue there for the Main. Look at those beautiful fall foliage colors there for the Moselle, and that's actually down in the bottom with that castle, the Rhine. A lot of castle viewing area there for the Rhine Gorge, known as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I remember doing my journey there multiple times on the Rhine, and just constant castles and citadels for a good 6-hour span. Quite a magical experience there on the Rhine. And of course, Main and the Moselle continued there for Europe. The French rivers, we offer again the Seine and the Bordeaux and the northern and southern Burgundy on the Rhone and the Saône. The Douro River, here's a nice optic of what to experience there for that beautiful part of the world. I haven't personally experienced this yet, but again, my colleagues, partners, clients who've actually experienced this say this is definitely a trip of a lifetime. And again, look at that ancient landscape with all those buildings right there off the riverbanks up to the hilltop. And that is quite a scenic experience for that 7-night journey round trip out of the city of Porto. For those golfers, Chris, if we have any golfers tuning in this evening, we have a Match Made in Heaven program for you guys. We have offered now with the Ama Magna a golf program where you can actually experience up to 5 championship courses in 5 European countries. You can do 4 rounds on just securing the 7-night cruise. or doing 5 rounds, including the city of Prague there when you add the 3-night package. Okay, so what's included with those price points? You'll see here is a lot more than just golfing. There's a concierge service. There's a club care. There's private Mercedes transportations to and from the golf courses. There's lunch at each of the courses with beer and wine. A lot of amenities built in with this program. So again, if you're a golfer or know a golfer, just share with them that in fact, AmaWaterways is doing an exclusive program here with the Ama Magna for the Upper Danube. Wine cruises, again, I've been talking about wine for the good part of this presentation, and it's pretty consistent with what we do and invest in. Definitely a big part of the operation when it comes to experience. We're now up to 90 total sailings for the wine cruises. Of course, big focus in the French rivers, more so on the Bordeaux and the northern and southern Burgundy region. Not so much for the Seine. Seine is not known so much for the wine, but of course the Cal Valley or the Rhine there for the Alsace country area, the port wines for the Douro. Here we go in with these wine cruises offering beautiful enrichment, talks about old world versus new world blends of wines, American versus European blends. They get to do visit private vineyards ashore, do private tastings there as well, and private tastings on board. And the beautiful thing with AmaWaterways, if you see these wine cruises on any of our website or any of our brochures, there's just no added cost for that experience. It's just, again, you're on a wine cruise, just as an added layer of an experience for you to really enjoy as you navigate through this ancient landscape with good bottles of wine in the other system, that's for sure. Christmas markets, again, we're into that Yuletide spirit season right now. These are extremely popular. The current trend right now for this is 16 to 18 months in advance. The core weeks for the markets, which take place on the Rhine and the Upper Danube, are going to be that final week of Thanksgiving or the final week of November all the way towards Christmas Eve. But with so much excitement, we're being proactive and now launching some new itineraries called Taste of Christmas. So it's not going to be offering the core weeks there for the markets, but just know that I've been in these areas prior to the markets kicking in, and I've seen the local proprietors in these cities already decorating their cafes and their businesses with all these lights and beautiful smells. Of course, the nuts being cooked and the sausages being cooked. I mean, all senses are being hit when you're here during this time of the year and these beautiful rivers on the Rhine or in the Upper Danube. And now we're offering some of these experiences, in fact, in the French rivers for the upper and the northern and the southern Burgundy region as well. So again, just know that if you book one of these, you have to book early. 16 to 18 months in advance is what we're currently seeing right now. We're already sold 98% for this year. I mean, almost you can say 100%, but 70% for next year, almost 60% for 2026. So again, got to create the urgency. These are extremely popular. Book as early as possible to take advantage. Here, Chris, is the first of our 4 exotic destinations. I did this journey back in 2018, and it was a life-changing experience. One of the bucket list items for me at all time was visiting the Angkor Wat region, that temple area there for Cambodia. I got to experience that in conjunction with that 7-night journey from Saigon over to Phnom Penh. This is as short as 7 nights, but guys, don't shortchange the experience. It is a long journey to get there, so 7 days is not going to be enough. I'd encourage you to go ahead and invest on the full 18-night experience when you're covering the northern part of the country, through Hanoi, sailing on the Halong Bay. Then we transfer down to Angkor Wat, sail the 7 nights over into Mai Tho for Vietnam, and then finished up with 3 nights in Saigon. This area here, guys, we know what happened here over 6 decades ago. The culture here, rich, not by the tangible, it's just the love of life and family. They want to know about you as much as you want to know about them. This, again, a life-changing experience. Strongly recommend this for anybody that hasn't been here before. And so much popularity now here for Southeast Asia that we are going to be bringing a second vessel. So the Ama Maya is going to be joining the Ama Dara in service for next year. So again, we're going to be expanding and growing our capacity in Southeast Asia starting in 2025. Here's the Zambezi Queen. Again, very exotic destination down in South Africa. We're the only river cruise company operating in this part of the world. That is the ship, and I promise you it is a fully air-conditioned vessel. Ship's only holding 14 suites, 28 total guests, but it's a very unique program. It's 5 days, 4 nights on that Chobe River. Geography purposes in that basin between Botswana and Namibia, but then you have up to 20 total nights when you incorporate the African safari components of the trip. And that'll be including stops into Kruger National Park, Johannesburg, Cape Town, South Africa. There's a Rovos Rails component over Victoria Falls. One of the real popular ones is the extension all the way to Tanzania for the Serengeti. And now we're going to be complementing this very exotic safari wildlife cruise experience with a silverback gorilla trekking through Rwanda. So that is something that is definitely in play for 25. But again, back to creating the urgency, having booked as early as possible. This does tend to sell out very quick as well. So again, you want to make sure that you lock in early to take advantage. Egypt and the Nile, we have 2 vessels sailing via the Nile River. This is also a unique program. It is not sold as a 7-night journey alone. It is an 11-night cruise tour. So you'll have 3 nights in Cairo, staying at the Ritz-Carlton off the banks of the Nile. We'll get you transferred down into Luxor for your 7-night journey. But prior to that, in those 3 nights, you'll be visiting the pyramids of Giza. You'll be doing the old Egyptian museum, and then again, 7-night journey round trip out of Luxor. And in fact, when you're in Aswan, you can also pay an additional $400 per person to get down to the Abu Simbel Temple. Once you're back into Luxor after that 7-night journey, you end up on a 1-night post back in Cairo at the Ritz-Carlton, and then we fly you back home. There are talks about bringing back some of the pre and post components that were offered with this journey. We did have Israel. Of course, we had to pull and suspend that for the time being, but I'm hearing talks now that Jordan and Abu Dhabi and Dubai will be coming back for 25. But again, the authentic experience that we bring here to the table very much carries here for Egypt as well. Look at those beautiful Bedouin tent settings up for the chef's table up on the top deck of the ship. And again, a lot of feedback we're getting right now, in fact, from guests traveling this part of the world. They feel extremely safe traveling in a bubble. And again, I'm being very proactive with this communication because, again, everybody thinks because what's happening in that part of the world, it's not safe. Just know that we are part of an industry. We're never going to put anybody in harm's way. So we are continuing to move forward, and the feedback is extremely popular. And we're happy to say we're seeing sellouts once again on this program for Egypt. So new, Chris, got to the point of Colombia. Again, we're known as innovators. Again, Colombia is going to be next there in South America. This area here is known as one of the most biodiverse regions in the world with the bird life, wildlife, the horticultural experience, the cumbia dancing for the Carnival in Barranquilla, the emeralds, the coffee, the history with Simón Bolívar and the gold trade. I mean, you have Palenque, one of the first free slave states in the Americas. So much history in this part of the world that we're going to be bringing is now starting in 25 that we're extremely excited. The Colombian government, in fact, is very much invested in this as well. They've invested about $7 million to further dredge parts of the river to get our guests deeper into the Cienegas for this exotic experience. And here you'll also have some pre and post components offered in Medellin and Panama City and Cartagena before and after the cruise as well. Here's the beautiful shot of the ships. These are, again, thanks to Rudy, our innovative architect, maritime architect. He's brought these beautiful vessels to life down for Colombia. And again, we're going to have our first ship starting service March 15th and the second vessel starting on June 15th. Guest capacity, only 60 total guests. So this will be your floating river yacht down into Colombia there for the Magdalena, starting again in March of next year. Happy to report that we have the land packages up and running once again when it comes to free land offers. I'm going to skip over this slide. I'm going to get to the other ones, which share more details on what these price programs include. But I want to highlight that we also still have our save up to 20% offers running through the end of the year. And that is complemented and combinable with what we see on the screen here, the Air Plus, which is where you save on the Air Plus special rates and join fixed air rates on select European sailings within 330 days of departure on all European sailings outside, again, the 330 days. The economy air, very attractive at only $8.99 for this year and into 25. Still a very attractive $9.99 for our 26 season. Premium economy, $22.99. Business class airfare, $42.99. So again, this is very attractive, and it is combinable with the save up to 20%, but also with the new launch of our free land offer. With our travel leaders mutual partnership that we have with cruise.com, there are extra amenities that they can bring to the table aside from the extra service extra amenities. We can't forget the experience that cruise.com brings to the table. And this mutual partnership that we have with travel leaders, we definitely need to take advantage. There are good 60 plus dates for this 25 season where you can take advantage of and enjoy a $300 shipboard credit to spend on board the other vessel. They also have a wonderful distinctive voyages program where they're offering exclusive excursions and private cocktail receptions on board. So again, it's very important to work with viable, experienced partners in this industry, and cruise.com are definitely those in the business. And here we got the complimentary land offer right now for 25 and 26. We've finally brought back this very, very popular program every year in, year out. I mean, the past couple of years, in fact, it's been launched and it's been received with rave reviews. So we're getting happy to announce that now starting on December 2nd, any past guests with AmaWaterways can take advantage of this complimentary land offer. It'll open for the general market starting on January 1st. But right now, for any past guests listening to this live feed or any recording, just know that we do have right now the package available for you to take advantage of. That started again on December 2nd. Here's what it includes. Join us stay wild with the land programs. Your plans can extend. You can actually enjoy a complimentary pre and post cruise land package. Again, for that 25-26 season, you want to make sure you work with cruise.com. So they'll be your guiding light to identify those programs. And here what's included: 4 or 5-star properties, daily breakfast at the hotel. You have great tours and excursions led by knowledgeable guides throughout these cities. And again, the convenience of the transfers. Plans can extend. You can actually enjoy and the ships. Okay. Solo traveler special. Chris, I'm getting a little feedback there. Are we good?
Just a little feedback, but we're all set.
Awesome, awesome. So solo traveler special, again, reduced single supplement is available on a majority of our European itineraries, and we do waive the single supplement for what is our French balcony itineraries or French balcony ships on the Seine and the Bordeaux. But the thing with this program and many of the offers that we have, and I'll show these next couple, they're capacity controlled. So you want to make sure you book as early as possible to take advantage of these amazing, amazing deals. The frontline heroes, so if we know anybody or anybody's on the call, firefighters, police officers, FEMA, nurses, doctors, anybody here, frontline heroes, we still have this amazing exclusive 2-for-1 savings on select 24 and 25 itineraries, and also waive the single supplement on the single guest for the 25 season as well. Chris, that is my story for this evening. I want to again talk about AmaWaterways, what we bring to the table with the innovations of the ship, excitement with our new destinations, and of course, the great offerings that we have right now with all these promotions. But again, we wouldn't be able to do it without the great experience, support, and partnership with cruise.com on board. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. Those looked absolutely beautiful. I think the biggest one that I will really want to do is the Colombia trip, because all of your itineraries are absolutely, top tier. You're going to get the best service. You're going to see the most amazing sights that, you can provide, that is able to be viewed in Europe. But I think your exotics in Cambodia, in Colombia, those just really, really are such unique experiences, especially the Christmas markets as well. We did a Christmas markets cruise night. If anyone attended that live or in person, we had a lot of our local travel agents come, and some of our other vendors come, and they did a presentation on the Christmas markets in this region, and it is absolutely beautiful. You got to sample some of the glove wine. I know I'm butchering that, but
You did good. You
the
did good. Blue line,
Christmas
yeah.
cinnamony wine. And you got to taste some of the sights, the sausages, like you were saying, the pretzels. It was just really, really got you in the Christmas mood. So I definitely, want to reaffirm what you said. These are very, very in demand itineraries. So if you are looking to start your Christmas season for 2026 or 2027, 2025, 2026, correct. Sorry about that. I would definitely start looking to plan now, or start getting those itineraries ready and see what itineraries you want to do with AmaWaterways, because you are going to get top tier service when you sail with this amazing brand. And I just want to highlight some of the deals that you mentioned that we have going on with you. If you're interested in booking if you're interested in booking your next AmaWaterways voyage with some of these holiday deals available, give one of our travel advisors a call at 888-468-9508. I'm going to say that one more time, 888-468-9508. And if you have any questions or maybe your questions about your future AmaWaterways voyage, or any questions about how to start planning it, give us a call or message us on Facebook Messenger, and we would love to start giving you some more information about these amazing, amazing itineraries. But just want to highlight the complimentary land offer that you have up here on the screen. This is such a great program, such a great offer. We really want to highlight just to take advantage of that.
Yeah, Chris, and I mean the value on this one here in particular is about $2,500 per couple. So this is a great value, and like I shared with you there, it's very inclusive with with a lot of amenities with the tours and the breakfast and just staying in those 4 or 5 star properties. And again, you never want to just shortchange your experience on doing a 7 night journey. I mean, there's nothing wrong with just doing the 7 night cruise, but with this type of investment, why not add that free land experience to enhance the overall cruise and fly over and be calm and relax for 2 or 3 nights before the actual cruise or post cruise. But yeah, this is something extremely exciting that we're back with it. And it is something of an opportunity that we right now during this Christmas time we should be taking advantage of. I mean, this is a perfect gift right now for us to share with friends and family to explore the other rivers with AmaWaterways with this great new offer.
Exactly, exactly. The best gift that you can give someone is the gift of travel. Um, I will never say no to any traveling gift whatsoever. So that's something that I always stick by. If you never know what to give someone, give them the gift of travel.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's all about those stamps in the passport, my friend. It's all about the stamps in the
Yes.
passport.
But thank you so much for this presentation this evening. And
You're
as I
welcome.
said,
My
if anyone
pleasure.
has any questions or would like to reach out to us, give us a message on Facebook Messenger on our DMs, or you can give us a call at 888-468-9508. But thank you to everyone who attended the webinar tonight. And thank you so much, Herlan, for this amazing presentation.
You're welcome, Chris. Thank you for the opportunity once again. Again, you guys are amazing out there at cruise.com. Definitely give them a call. They're going to be that guiding light for you. You're going to be in great hands, and they got all the right connections with the vendors and suppliers to make sure we exceed and make you guys shine at all costs and really explore. I mean, we also have the highest recurring retention factors with AmaWaterways for good reason. So again, but you want to definitely work with cruise.com, and they'll be your guiding light to make these dreams come true.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you so much and have an amazing evening, everyone.